to continue the process to full completion. One of the areas that has given this club a big headache, as I said earlier, is the issue of security. And while we may not be able to do so much within the current time frame, we would urge the club or the committees that will be coming subsequently to look at the issue of doing a proper perimeter fence around this golf club, because going forward, this is going to be continuously a headache to the club. Number 4, revenue growth. And I want to highlight a couple of issues that we are looking at to enhance our revenue. Number 1, tournaments. In the course of the evening, we will know of the team that will carry on the issue of golf administration. And we plan to work together the remaining period to ensure that we have much more number of tournaments than we've had over the last 1 year or so. And I believe that your choice today of the team to lead this section was a good decision. And the men and women that we'll be working with are people who will be fully dedicated to ensure that this particular area, which has been lagging behind for the last 1 year or so, comes up to speed. We are in touch with the management of the team, or of the team here, from the manager, the F&B manager, the chef, to ensure that we create favorable environment for wining and dining in order to see an improvement in our sales in food and beverages. Indeed, and considering the conditions under which we are operating, I can report that in the month of October alone, the food and beverage department recorded sales to the tune of 1.9 million shillings. This is very close to the target that we gave them of 2 million shillings every month. But going forward, we'll even want to adjust those figures upwards. With the projected developments at the swimming pool area, we do believe that that particular section has the capacity to hold so many events and meetings, and in so doing, enhance our revenue base. As I've said before, we also want to step up our payments of subscriptions by members and membership drives to ensure that we achieve our financial goals. Through serious marketing, through prudent management of resources, we believe that the upcoming facility, and especially so, the accommodation bit, should be able to clearly get this club to another level financially. It is our anticipation that that accommodation block alone can fetch this club in excess of 6 million to 8 million shillings annually. And it is doable, ladies and gentlemen. But again, as I said, it's the result of proper marketing and prudent management. Number 5, constitutional amendments. This, ladies and gentlemen, was the first committee in office to see the implementation of the Constitution in full. And I give credit to my predecessor for taking this bold step of creating such a progressive constitution for Nyeri Club. And I keep telling whoever cares to listen that this committee in office today is the result of that constitution. So we believe in the constitution. And we make sure that whatever decisions we make are purely based on the constitution of America. It's a sacred document, we respect it, but we do feel that there is always room for improvement. And in a short while, we will be looking at the whole constitution to fine-tune it so that it can lead us in the next couple of years. Within the same constitution, we have what we call the club bylaws and regulations, which will be tabled before you so that we can have your input and have it enacted. And finally, with the incoming Golf Committee, we want to look at the constitutional bit pertaining to that. Half of hole number 7, touching a bit of hole number 6 on the right side, formally does not belong to the club. And it is our belief that by the time we leave office, this matter will be resolved. We are aware that this matter is in court pertaining to at least one of the allottees, and the court process is not always fast enough to our liking. Again, considering that for a couple of months the court were not even in session, then you may understand why this process has taken longer than expected. But in the meanwhile, for the other titles that are not contested in court, we still do believe that we can follow up with the large ministry to have these titles revoked and returned to the club. Then and only then can we see square and enjoy this facility bequeathed to us by our forefathers. With those very many remarks, ladies and gentlemen, I hear my report. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Chairman. I hope you've now heard what the committee has been able to do over the last number of months that it has been in office. I'm happy also the virtual link is now working. I see there are 14 members online. It's now loud and clear, so the visual is okay. I see the comments coming. And we have 5 minutes inviting both those participating virtually and the members here if you have an important comment on the chairman's report. We'll open 5 minutes for that. Do you have shortly, then we'll just go ahead. Anybody from outside who would like to make a comment? Okay, thank you very much. It will be sent to you so that you can have it in detail at some point. The next item on the agenda is the presentation and discussion of the audited accounts. Our treasurer, I think I'll invite you over to invite the team that's supposed to do the job.
Oh, okay. The chairman, honorable members, we have today our auditor, Mr. Martin. We will be inviting him to take us through the audited accounts, but before that, I want to just mention a few things. You have heard what the chairman has said. So many things which we intend to do, what we have done, and what we intend to do. And though he mentioned up to what level we have been able to do up, that is to the end of October, the work is still proceeding, and we have a huge chunk of the work remaining which need to be done. And I can tell you as the treasurer, we need to do something to finish this project. The chairman talked of 28 million. So there before he had mentioned the total project will cost 45 million. So you can see we have a balance in the with the, okay, I've been told first of all to invite Martin. This agenda will come later. Martin, please come and read us in this presentation. Karibu Martin. Tupigie Martin makofi. He's all the way from Nairobi. Karibu.
The club chairman and the executive committee members, honorable members, and the guests who could have been visited. Good evening. My name is Martin Wawero, a partner with Ernest & Martin Associates, a firm of certified public accountants based in Nairobi, Westlands, a place called Haven Court, Slip Road, of Waiakui. That's our location. We were, through a competitive process, we were selected as the club auditors for the period. And well, as they say, a new broom sweeps better. We were up to the task, and we prepared our report after back and forth kind of consultations with the management and the accountants on board. I have the report with me, and I don't know where the projection is. I would like to take the members I would like to take you through the statement of comprehensive income, which is on page 9. But you notice that this is this a short, it's a precise presentation. So we have the notes that makes up the comprehensive income statement and also the statement of financial position. And those notes starts from page 15. So the one who is reflecting that, please go to page 15. There we are. So as you can see, in a club we have different revenue streams, and your main area is the income generating streams. One of them is restaurant, where is the food meals that are served, and also we have the bar. In the year 2019, we had a total sales of 19,481,492. The cost of sales, which is a makeup of the opening stock, purchases, the various purchases of 15,306,283, and we had the closing stock for the year, and gives us the cost of sales, net cost of sales as 14,972. That, you less the income of sales, you get a net restaurant income of 4.5 million. Then we have members related income, which is subscription income. I know in the midst of the members, we have accountants and also other learned members in different professions. And so I would want to, as we proceed, even to make you aware of the differences of what you may be seeing as income and not income. For example, we have mentioned of membership drives even in the past. That's not income, because that is like capital injection into the club. So when a member says, I'm a member of a club, what capital did he or she contribute? And that comes through either the normal membership subscription or membership drives. But this is the subscription income is the annual renewal fees that you pay, either as an individual or a family package. And in the course of the year, 2019, the collection was 7.4 million. 7,442,600. Now, something else that I would want to make clarity to the members is that a club may not be in a position to recognize income on accrual basis. That means that the year that you don't pay, Yes, we recognize you as a debtor to the club through the management system. But once you pay the following year, we shall recognize that income in the year you have paid. So it's always honorable that you pay your subscriptions in the year it is due. That said, we move to the next revenue stream, which is golf course. And it has different charges, which is tournament sponsorship. That year you can see the comparative of 2018 slightly declined, or it declined by half. So as the chairman has said about marketing and all that, I believe it's the role of each and every member to up the marketing for your own club. Tournament sponsorship, that much. Club nights, like today. Green fees, KGU affiliation, tournament entry fee, and I believe each and every member who is also a golfer is aware of such terms there. So in the course of the year 2019, it was like we halved the 2018, and the income was 4,881,740. But we still have course-related expenses towards the golf course, and we had a total expenditure of 1,778,278. Club night expenditure, I believe this must be the boozy that we have enjoyed and the likes. 510,000. Then KGU affiliation payment, 348. So the total of that gives us 2.6 million. And the net income from the golf-related exercise is 2.2 million. Other incomes, these are miscellaneous. We have locker fees, ground lease income. And this is also maybe to the members when they have events. You can see we didn't have anything in 2019 compared to 1.5 of 2018. Tuendelee na marketing. Car wash, interest on subscription, card retainer fees, swimming, car stickers, miscellaneous income, advertising, and the total of that is 1.6 million. Interest income is a miscellaneous income. We always don't have fixed deposits. So, and this is a way of maximizing members' income. Other than having the money in current accounts, you can have an agreed fixed rate. We had 680,000. Inventories, that's the different stocks that we have. And so our total income is up to note number 5, where we have interest income. The other notes that I would take you through that relates to the statement of comprehensive income is on page 18. Please go to page 18. So we have note number 12 that is administrative expenses. We have them there. These are general business related expenses. Telephone, printing, legal fees, general office expenses, advertising, marketing, insurance, licenses and permits, travel and transport, bag charges, audit fees, such. So I know some accountants in the room would ask questions, but this differs from the approach of audit and the definition of the chart of accounts that we got. For example, sundry and office expenses of 479 and general expenses of previous year 2018 of 1 million. So sundry and general expenses are the same thing. Then note number 13, establishment expenses. This is makeup of motor expenses, electricity and water, catering levy, security, cost of service cards, general repairs and maintenance, car wash expenses, maybe the detergents and all that, and the entertainment costs. These are the likes of DSTV. The total of that is 6.5 million. Staff-related costs on page 19, salaries and wages, and 7.7, and this is well reconciled as per the payee returns filed on iTax, so reducing the club exposure on tax issues. Clubs and SSF contribution, staff ratios, uniform and casual labors, so the total expenditure there was 8.8. A slight increment, as maybe the chairman had highlighted. Maybe before we go to statement of financial position, we can finalize that comprehensive income statement by now going to page 9, whereby we read the total income as per the notes, note 1 up to note 4, to a total of 16,560,475. The expenses as read out on the notes, note 14, 9, and 15, gives a total of 20,485,013. To note, depreciation, however much it is a cost, is an uncash item, just to educate the members present. So the total expenses there is 20,485,000. Deficit for the year is 3,924,538. There is a tax element kidogo there, which is of different income. The club's members' income is not taxable. So this tax is a source of a different income, which is commercial in nature. That is it for comprehensive income statement, or what we may call profit and loss account. May I take you through the financial position, which is on page 10. A financial position in simpler terms is the club balance sheet. And that is represented from page 17. Page 17, we have note number 8 there. Or, yes, I'm going through from page 16. From page 16, we had note number 6, inventories. This is closing stock as at the year end, 1.5. Receivables is what you are owed as a club by third parties, which is not significant. You can see it was a figure of 328,772. Receivables 170, other receivables 50, and VAT claimable 108, 328. One will ask, what is that 2.6 in the 2018? Tuko hapa, tutajibu. Then cash and cash equivalents, note number 8, page 17. That's your various accounts held by the club. And you note of significant note is that in 2018 you had a fixed deposit of 10 million that comprised the cash and cash equivalents of 2018 to 17.3 million. But maybe with the new management and the interest that was earned thereof in 2018, they resolved to liquidate that fixed deposit and take it to money market that would earn more and a better interest in 2019. And so, your reduction in cash and cash equivalents from 2017 to 2019, a figure of 6.3, down there, investment in securities, Britam, is what was fixed, plus more funds from the accounts. So a fixed money market of 16.7 million. So if you were to ask how much is our cash and cash equivalents, I would say 6.3, and this in the money markets of 16. Work in progress, this is gym construction, 2.4. That is as per the time we were doing the audit and the closure of the year. Trade and other payables, there they are. Trade payables, this is what you owe your suppliers who supply you, maybe beer, kitchen, whatever, supplies, such. Members account, 2.2. Members account is when you load your card and that money you don't utilize it immediately. It is well taken care of and it's brought into the books. Accrued audit fees, accrued tax liability, the total liability is 4.4 million. The other note I would like to take you through is page 20. Page 20, we have PPE, property, plant, and equipments. So you can see what are the assets owned by the club. We have leasehold land and buildings. It is worth this 82.5 million. Food for thought, even with the management, 82 million, and where you are, is that the value of the club land? I don't know, but I guess no. But that is book value. Motor vehicle, 224, I need another replacement. At Britam, work in progress. So the total current assets are at 27.3 million. Total assets is 121,752,725. That's your net worth. Lakini, equity and liability at the end of the year is a makeup of how do you finance business, because we have given an opinion on page 6 that we have audited the financial statements of Nyeri Club set out on page 11 to 24, which complies the statement of financial position as at 31st December 2019, and statement of comprehensive income, changes in funds and cash flows for the year then ended, and the notes to the financial statements, which include a summary of significant accounting policies. In our opinion, the accompanying financial statements give a true and fair view of the financial position of Nyeri Club as at December 2019 and of its performance and its cash flow for the year ended in accordance for SMEs and the requirement of what binds you, the Trustees Act. We have given an unqualified report, having got all the explanations and clarifications from the management. And so, and we have stated that we got all the communication from the management, and so we have also expressed our interests to continue in the office. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Auditor. Usually, once the accounts are presented, if there are questions, there is room for questions or clarification from the auditor and the team up front. We will also take questions. The members participating virtually, please, if you wish, you can write out your comments or questions. So this is your time if you have any questions, please. And hopefully we have a mic available there and a sanitizer. We had 4 mics, so we need one to remain with the auditor and then one to be a roving mic. Any questions, members? And the members who are outside there, if you wish. And if not, we'll be happy to proceed. If members are happy with the accounts, we are very happy as the management. That's very good. It's a good pointer. And we shall then say that the state of the club is very healthy. Looks like we have no comment, which is good. We shall proceed then to the next item on the agenda. The next item is presentation and adoption of proposed amendments to the Constitution and bylaws. We agreed that I'll invite the chair of the Legal Affairs Committee to speak to that.
Good evening, members. We have a motion of amendment and adoption of the Constitution and bylaws. This motion the chunk part of the bylaws and the Constitution amendments were coming from the Gov section. We have resolved as a board that we will give them time, and we'll work with the new team to have these Constitution amendments done in our upcoming AGM ahead of April. We are also moving fast to cooperate with the new incoming team of the Gov committee, so that we are able to put the bigger, to include the Gov committee bylaws and laws, because in our previous meeting, that was our promise. And there are also some very weighty issues in the Constitution that need some revision. So we found we didn't have enough time for members' participation. And this way we ran late, so we are going to run this, we want to defer this motion to our upcoming general election at the end of April. It's 3 months down the line. And so my committee is going to embark on correction of views from you as members in the coming year, just before we start our learning out for the end of the year AGM, so that we can bring a comprehensive amendment to this motion. Thank you, Secretary.
Okay, thank you very much. Dixon, for that information. So members, be ready with your proposals for any amendments. The next AGM is in April, the last week, the last Friday of April. So, and we have all this time to prepare. I also would like to mention that when we gave the notice, we had asked that anybody who may have any proposal for amending the Constitution to post it to the Honorary Secretary. I want to confirm that I didn't receive any. So it appears like members were happy with the Constitution as is. So hopefully if there are any issues, you'll then follow them up with the next AGM. The next item on the agenda, I see we are at 8 p.m. exactly. We had hoped to, we hope to still do this by 8:30. So we'll keep it short. So the next item on your agenda is the proposed development levy. And I will invite our treasurer to come and speak to that.
Okay, thank you, Secretary. Before I was cut short, I was about to say that in our settings, that is a club settings, as you have heard what the chairman has said, we have a deficit so that we can finish the project in time, by the time we finish our term. And there are ways of raising the deficit. One is by doing what we call the Gov Harambes, like what we did, if Badef can remember, with the changing rooms. Is it true, Badef, we used to do Harambes, Gov Harambes? I remember attending one of Gov Harambes here. Contribution from members. Another method is a new member recruitment drive. That's another way of raising funds. And The third method is by introducing a levy. I can go back as to 2008 when we needed a tractor in this club. The one which was there broke down at number 7, just before the T, and it could not be repaired. So for 2 months, we went with no tractor to cut our costs. And the then chairman, now going to be the trustee of this club, and his committee introduced a development levy of 10,000 per member. And we were able to buy a new tractor. Remember the tractor which got burned down? It was bought through a levy, which each member was paying 10,000. So this is not something new in this club. Again, in 2010, when we had a problem with our cause, it was getting so dry, we wanted to have a borehole. So we had to do a Gov Harambe in Royal. Those who are not able to go there were asked to contribute 2,500. So you can see this agenda, it's not new in this club. It has been there. And it is time that now we stand to be counted. It is not what the club can do for you, it is what you can do for this club. Because where we are, I don't know when this building was done, but one thing I know, it was not donation from anywhere. Members sat down and decided they wanted to build a clubhouse. And I know the levy was done to each member. So, I'm going to propose we introduce a development levy of Kenya shillings 20,000 per member. This amount will be paid in 1 year, that is 12 calendar. That is 12 calendar months. That is maybe 1,600. And we are expecting maybe we get 8 million from that. We are also, the chairman has mentioned, from 1st of December, we are going to start a new member recruitment. And we are expecting maybe 70 new entrants, bringing to around, we are told the other one, okay, at 160. This one will not be like the one we had. It will be a member-driven, where members are encouraged. And I'm happy I've heard Martin talk about how members are supposed to market their own club, because this is your home. This is your second home. So this one will be a member-driven, whereby when you bring one member, you get 10, what? The way you used to do the other one we did in 2018. That is 10,000 in your account. So if you are able to do 2 members, in short, you don't have to pay for the development levy. You already have settled yours. So, and since all this is long term, because like entrance, we are going to do it from December to around February or March there. You see, it is a long term. Again, the levy, we are doing it in 1 year. So we require you to allow us to get a bank facility so that we can finish the project there. All the money we correct from the levy, from the member entrance, will be used to clear the facility. Are we in agreement, members? Yes. But Dave, we need to make a decision. We will have no other meeting like this. So, and we have proposed, and you know how important it is that the projects get underway. We finish it, the rooms will become a revenue collection. Once we finish the gym itself, a gym is a consumer, you know that. It's a consumer, use electricity, we will have employment. We are going to do at least minimum of 3 employees in that section. Water. So, and this was a members' project. This project was a member-driven project. It is what the members wanted when this committee came into office. There was only one thing during the campaign: gym. Gym, gym. So here we are, and we are promising you by that 31st, the gym will be ready. So that is now what is now on the table, and we need these funds to finish the project. So I think, for me now, I think if we are in agreement with me, I'll call the secretary.
I can see some members online are saying they're in support of what Mr. Gidanda is presenting. We want to also find out whether the members here are also in support of that, so that then we adopt it.
Okay. We have Mwalim. Yes. Yeah, I've talked.
Hello, hello. Okay, I think I'm in support, because right from the word go, since we are the old members here, you can see the fence around this club, all round. We also did a fundraising, and at that particular time in the 80s, it cost us 100,000, and we managed to raise that money, and we got the fence to stop the cows coming in from Kamakwa coming down. I think let us all support it, because we need the club, we need the facility. And already what the committee has done on side of development, we cannot leave it hanging. So I'm for it, and I hope all the members will agree.
The next item on the agenda was about any other business that the due notice should have been given. I confirm that our office didn't receive any, so we don't have any discussion on that. And now we move to one of the highlights of the night, the elections of the golf committee members. I shall invite the returning officer to take us through that session so that we can receive the results, and we move on to the next other items remaining on the agenda. Dixon.
Thank you very much. I share the Constitution Committee. So this day was my day as a returning officer. I also co-share with Dr. Budhia the Development Committee, and he also was my co-returning officer. So I'll invite Dr. Budhia to come and give us the results of the 2020.
I suppose that this is the year when we are all the cleanest, sanitizing 10 to 20 times in a single day. Good evening, members, and good evening, golfers. So today we had our elections, and you know that in our constitution, that is a club constitution, section 6, part D, paragraph 2. It tells us about who the members of the golf committee are. And it also tells us in paragraph 3 that they are elected on an annual basis by handicapped golfers. And that was followed today. And so I want to give you the results of the election today. We had 93 valid ballots or valid voters. And so I will start with the committee members. So we had 3 people vying for the committee members, and we needed 2. So Father Felix Kevisho got 68 votes, and so he is validly elected as one of the committee members. Now there are 2 valiant ladies who threw their hats in the ring. That is Engineer Jacinta Wairimo and Rose Como. And they tied at 52 votes each. And so, according to the rules and bylaws of the club, there shall be a runoff, because we can only take one of them as a committee member. And so, the election team has made a decision that there will be a runoff next Friday. And this is in the rules and bylaws, number 27. It says that a runoff shall take place, but it doesn't tell us when. So we've elected to have it done on Friday. So we are going to have a runoff between Engineer Jacinta Wairimo and Rose Como, unless they otherwise decide amongst themselves. But the runoff will run. The details will be given, but it will be done at the office, at the same swimming area, from 10 to 5 next Friday. Okay. So that is the committee members. Now we go to and I'm reading them not in any order of importance. So this is a very important team. So I want to tell you who will be the handicap manager. So the handicap manager is going to be one Baldev Singh, who was unopposed, and they can be coming to this table here. So, Father Felix Kivisho, please come. Baldev Singh, find a social distanced seat somewhere. So Baldev Singh was elected unopposed as the handicap manager. So for all of you who've been waiting to start golf, you can begin to talk to him. The greenkeeper is Father Paul Kimani, who was also unopposed. And I'm told even the course is also happy for the work that he's been doing the last 1 year. Our lady captain remains Jane Derito, who was also unopposed. Karibu sana. And then we have the vice captain. The vice captain is going to be Zachary Wambogo, who was also unopposed. And now for the captain. We had two contestants, John Benson Mungai and Matthew Ndegwa. So John Benson Mungai fought valiantly and got 20 votes. Clap for him. And our new captain is Matthew Ndegwa, who got 73 votes. So if those who've been called are available, please come and occupy the seats. Okay, so I'm going to ask the chair to receive this new team. Captain is here. Okay, so I'm going to ask the chair to come and receive the new team. And they all deserve a round of applause. Thank you very much. Okay, I'm well advised. I'll ask the former captain or the vice, if they're available, to come.
Years. I congratulate all winners. I think I have no ill intention of saying congratulations to the winners. I know it was a fight. I know it has a reason as to why it happened. I know the past mistakes were done, and we are going to correct the current mistakes which has been done. We agree there was a void in the making, and the new team shall correct where the void is. For me, I have not been the captain. I've just been the vice captain. The captain is not within, has not been around. I've been acting on his behalf. And so for now, I gave myself to be your captain. But since things have gone the way they have gone, I have nothing to regret. I did my best, and I say thank you to the winners. Welcome, the new captain. Come and usher in your new team. Captain.
Thank you, past captain, vice captain. Thank you all for being here today. I'd like to thank everybody. And I would start with the chairman, Arthur Moshiri, vice chairman, Father Richard, the lady captain, the committee members, indeed, many years of service he's served as a committee member. So we must give him a loud of applause and say thank you very much. So the past year has been very difficult for the club and the entire nation. COVID virus has, of course, affected everything that we do day to day. I must apologize for not having a mask at this point, but somehow it fell out of my pocket, so I apologize for that. So COVID has denied us revenue as a club and many other clubs in the country and around the world. But what I would say, 2021, with the help of the chairman and his crew and the golf committee, will make things happen for this club. We shall make sure that we have many tournaments, and I can assure you in December we are going to have 2 of them. And going forward, we're going to have many other tournaments coming along. For those that don't know me, I have played golf the better part of my life. And right now, I just turned to be a pro, so I'm a professional golfer. So I will be representing this club in Uganda in about a week's time. I'll be playing the Uganda Open. So hopefully I can play well. So what I would say, I would like to welcome the new committee. That is the new committee that just came in. And I would like to give my special thanks to Father Kimani, who was the greenkeeper last year, and this year he's decided to stay on. And I think this club is going to go far, considering that Father Kimani has the experience. With the new golf committee and the support of the main committee, I'm sure we're going to make things happen for this club. We have a very strong board led by the chairman, Arthur Moshiri. And I know for a fact that having a team like that will take us to a different height. Sorry, I'm reading from a script, so I hope I'll get through it. So we are no different from any of you, any of the players or members that come along to enjoy their day. We are just like you. We are the same thing. But we've come here to, give ourselves out to make sure that the club does have a good future. Right now, I know that we have an ongoing project by the chairman and their committee for accommodation and having other facilities to attract membership. And I'm sure that that facility is going to attract many more members from all other different clubs. I would like also to bring up the attention to volunteering. I know many of you have volunteered for different things. And one thing I would like to say is that my dad was a good volunteer. The late Benjamin Degwa was a good volunteer to this club. He brought in, he put in a lot of time, a lot of selfless time to better the club. And one of the people that I know that used to work with him is Baldev Singh, who is one of the committee members. And you know, I'd like us as a club to emulate Mr. B.G. Degwa and be volunteers to this club and make the club better. And I think we can do it. I think we can make this club the best club in the nation, because we have very good members in this club. We have members who are dedicated to playing golf and also supporting the club itself. Finally, I would like to thank you all members, the members that support this club. Having visited so many other clubs around the world, I believe this club can become a tourist destination. What I mean by a tourist destination is that people like the Ark, people like Mount Kenya Safari Club can liaise with us guys to be able to attract international players or people of all sorts that can come over and patronize the club. And finally, I would like to say to all you members, thank you for voting me in, the people who gave me votes. I really appreciate, and it will go a long way. And I promise next year, going forward, we'll have a very good year when it comes to competitions. We're going to introduce a lot of competitions here in Nyeri Club that will attract a lot of people, not only from this club, but all over East Africa, to make sure that we are making more money, to make sure you members are comfortable and enjoying your game. Asanteni sana.
Just about on time. I'll also use now the prerogative of the secretary to invite the lady captain to say something so that we feel that we are here too and well represented. Madam Lady Captain, please. Maybe this way, will you be able to?
Our club chairman, the club administration committee, the outgoing vice captain, the incoming golf captain, and no protocol observed. Good evening, members. Thank you. I want to take this opportunity to thank all of you for showing faith in me. Having been elected and opposed, I must say that I feel so humbled because of you people showing great faith in me. And I must say that it's not because of performance or power, but it is the help of the Lord. So far, I feel so humbled, and I really wish to thank you most sincerely. Secondly, I would like to say that service to humanity is service to God, and I look forward to joining the main committee and the captain and our golf committee team and the members to support the club by way of bringing tournaments where possible. And I must say that so far we have had a few tournaments that we have brought together both sides. And I must say that were it not for your support, we wouldn't have managed. So I look forward again to requesting you to support us. And also thank you for having brought your resources to support the tournaments that we have brought. I request you to continue supporting us in that manner. Thirdly, I would like to say that teamwork is very, very important, because one person cannot be able to do much. And therefore, as we come in as a golf committee, joining now the main committee, I appeal to all of us to endeavor to work as one team, so that as we serve the people, we are able to consult, we are able to discuss and move forward together. So thank you very much, members. I cannot take it for granted. Actually, serving you is, I feel so humbled and honored, and I look forward to working with you in this year, and I know we'll be able to go far. Thank you very much, and may the Lord bless you.
Thank you so much, Madam Lady Captain. We look forward to the next few months. The captain has something to say, so he would like to come back. He says there was a head up. So if you could give the captain the mic to say something.
I can't imagine on the first day there was a head up. So I'd like to invite all of you guys, golfers, and anybody patronizing the golf course tomorrow to come for a golf tournament sponsored by the main committee, the chairman and his crew. Please come over and play golf. There's good prizes to be won. And Buzi, karibuni sana. And that was my head up. I'm sorry the occasion took over my day. Thank you.
Now, we are coming towards the end of our meeting. I have to consult on something small. Okay, so that we keep within the 2 hours. Mercy, if you have a question, or anybody who has a question. Who is? That's Mungai.
Thank you so much. I have one question to the main committee. And I'm opposing the captain's position. I have a question. How was a professional player, included in the amateurs elections? That's my question.
Chairman, I will give you the floor to respond as you adjourn.
We are on borrowed time. We anticipated we'd be out of here by 8. Have any question you don't want to ask, we give you leeway to ask those questions. Any opposition or any writing that you need to write to the committee, you do it. When you come for this kind of meetings, you do not introduce new motions, a new agenda to the meeting, especially when it's coming to an end. The former vice captain, we incorporated you into the main committee, which sat down, deliberated, and resolved that the nomination of Matthew Dego was constitutional. You had your day in court. What you did with it is up to you. I leave it at that point. I take this opportunity as the chairman of Nyeri Club to welcome the new golf committee led by the pro, Matthew Dego, and I'll tell you something. We have a lot of expectations from you as the main committee and the golfing fraternity of Nyeri Club. Number one, we want professional services. Institutionalize the management of golf so that it's not a one-man show. It is a team. We want to see adherence to the rules of golf, etiquette by all golfers, equal application of the rules by all who play this game. It's a beautiful game. But I'm sorry to say that this game at our club level, and on this particular note, has sunk very low. We are seeing things in the course that we never used to witness before. And I have this feeling in me that right now we have the right time, the right team to right what has been wrong in this section. We expect to see more tournaments, but most of all, we need to see members' involvement. Involve members in everything you do, in the rules of golf, in every other way. You know your job. It's really clearly cut out for you. And I'm not here to tell you how to manage your committee, but to tell you that there are very high expectations. And I have this belief that you will deliver. And with those words, I seek to assure you, the captain and your team, that you have an equivocal support from the main committee. We will work together to ensure that we raise the standards of golf in this club. Away from that, when we redo the rerun of the election, and for clarity's sake, only registered golfers of Nyeri Club will be allowed to participate. You must be handicapped here in Nyeri. We have said, I do know very clearly, that there's a lacuna in our constitution, but then the main committee can always come in and make clarifications where need be. So that voters register will be out again by Wednesday. It is upon each and every member to verify that register with the office, so that if there are any corrections to be done, then they'll be done before. We don't want people coming to present motions on that particular front on that day. So kindly, and we keep posting all these notices every single day. So when you see them, read them and try to take note of them. From our members who are following us live online, there was a question on when the levy will commence. And by virtue of that motion having passed, the resolution of the committee is that that levy will be effected from 1st of January to 31st of December 2021. That does not mean that if you have some spare monies that you don't want to clear with it today, that we will not accept the money. We will gladly. So kindly take note of that. And finally, I want to thank all members present here tonight, and even those following us online. And I want to make it official that we have the count of the people who are following us online. For information, they were part of this meeting. They've also been asking questions. They've also been making contributions. So officially, they're all present. And I want to assure them that their views, their numbers, and their contributions have been taken note of. And we thank all of you for finding time to be present with us. I know it has been a challenge streaming this online. It is a first for the club. But we keep saying, this is the new way of doing things. Like somebody was challenging us here online, maybe even when it comes to voting and so many other activities of the club, in future, we can make it the way to go about it. I want to thank all those who made this meeting a success, starting with the main committee, the management team, the manager is there, and all the ladies and gentlemen who helped us organize the whole setup here. Santeni sana, God bless you. The chef and his people for that beautiful dinner that they served us tonight. Thank you very much. COVID is real. Keep safe. God bless you and have a lovely night.
Thank you very much. The meeting is adjourned. We shall have a word of prayer from Father Richard.
Kindly let us all be upstanding for prayer. And I request even those who are following us online, those who are outside, everybody, let us take ourselves before God for prayer. O God our Father, we thank you this evening because for yet another year you have bestowed upon us your graces, for the blessings and for the unity that we have had in this club. We thank you for the gift of our main committee and even the outgoing Golf Committee as well as the incoming one. Thank you for granting us wisdom. Thank you for being with us throughout this meeting, for all the deliberations that you've made. Thank you for everything that you have done to us. We ask you to continue holding our hands as we embark upon the achievements that we endeavor to do, and especially for the newly elected committee of Golf, that you may bind them together, that they may be able to work as a team and bring the golfing sport in this club to the next level. We ask you to bless each one of us as we part, that you may always bind us in your love and in your spirit, that we may all work together towards the betterment of this club. Give us safe journey mercies as we get to our destinations, and help us that we may have a quiet night and a perfect end, and that we may always be your faithful servants. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May he raise his face upon you and be gracious to you. May he raise his countenance upon you and give you peace. And may the blessings of the Almighty Father and of the Son and of the Holy Spirit descend upon you and be with you now and always. Amen. Let's all say amen. Amen. God bless you.
You see, that vote was three people. It was one vote, but with three people voting for two. You get the point? On the ballot. The ballot were, those were only the ballot that were 93.
93 is the ballot.
The ballot. But the vote that was in that ballot was voting for how many people?
Two.
No, it was three, because it was the three, but we were choosing two. So all the votes cannot be even, because there are people who chose Kifisho Aron. There are people who there are people who chose two ladies. Yes. There are people who chose one lady Aron. So it is mixed up. Yeah.
So
it was.
If everybody voted accordingly, we'd actually be talking about 180.
And 180, 190. Yes.
But now some ballots just had Roscoe ticked. And that's it.
Others had Jacinta, Roscoe, others had Felix and yes. So they were mixed up. They can't count.
It was easy because there were two. You had to choose one.
And if you put captain and whatever together, they are the same. They are 93 because we didn't have spoil. But this one is not possible to tally them that way because it was one vote.
There was a vigilant person who asked that question.
It's only that you didn't understand.
Sasa wewe kazi kwako.
Don't worry. Hapo mtapenda. I can assure you.